What up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. This video we're gonna talk about some of my favorite travel must-haves, and this is for travel in general, travel on an international level. These are just some of the things that I make sure I absolutely have to have with me when I am traveling. The first thing on my list is a passport card. It looks like this is on my must-have list because I just think people are creepy. When I travel, I do not use my driver's license, my state ID, nothing that has my address on it. I don't use none of that because people be weird, people be creepy, and 9 times out of 10 if somebody is looking at my ID, it's mostly because they want to know that I'm over the age of 18 or over the age of 21. My passport card also alleviates the stress of having to carry my passport around when I'm out of the country. So if I lose this, I really don't care that much. But if I lose my passport, I'm gonna be in some hot water. It also serves as a double for identification. It lasts for 10 years. This is an absolute must-have. It's one of the first things I take with me anytime I go anywhere. Passport cards. Get you one. The next thing on my list, toiletries. Absolute must-have. Some of the must-haves that I put in my toiletry bag, I have to have me a small little thing of body oil that's scented, you know, because sometimes I might not want to take a big bottle of perfume. I might not want to always have something sweet that smells good or something like that. So I always have me a small thing of oil. I keep baby powder, the little travel size conditioners that they have, the travel size shampoo. I make my own toothpaste container because they do not sell Arm & Hammer toothpaste in a travel size. Arm & Hammer, get it together. I also have a wide tooth comb in there because, you know, for us naturals, a wide tooth comb, especially if I'm going somewhere that has beaches and water and sand, I'm gonna want to wash my hair just to make sure that I don't have anything in my hair that's gonna tear it up or make it feel like really rough or anything like that. So I always take me a wide tooth comb, and I always have my toiletries in my carry-on bag because I do not check luggage when I travel. So I always have that in my carry-on bag so that it's with me at all times. If you are one of those people who do check a bag, I would recommend that you keep your toiletries in your personal bag that you take with you inside the cab. Anything could happen to your bag. It can get delayed, it could miss that flight, you know, it could, God forbid, it could get lost. But you always want to make sure that you're able to have your toiletries with you no matter what goes on, so that in the worst situation you can brush your teeth. Next thing on my list is what I like to call protection per activities. When I went to Aruba, I knew that we were going to go parasailing, and I also knew that I wanted to get some type of footage from the sky and of us taking off and things of that nature. So what I did was I went to Five Below. I got those little waterproof phone cases that they have that you can put around your neck, and I just made sure, like, okay, if I'm doing certain activities, I have equipment or I have protection for my items. And I also was able to put my debit card in there, I put my cell phone in there, I put my ID in there, so that way all of my stuff is protected no matter what the activity or excursion is. I know that some people, when they go out of town, they like to rent ATVs, so you know, you need protection for yourself as well. So you might want to take a face mask or things of that nature, but you always want to pack protection for yourself and your items that you're going to need to take with you when you are traveling, depending on what those activities are going to be. On my list is extra batteries. I vlog, I take my camera with me. I always make sure that I have an extra battery. And I was low-key sick because I can't remember if it was Aruba or if it was Miami, but I lost my charger, I lost my extra battery, so I had to order some more, which really wasn't that big a deal. But you just always want to make sure that you have extra batteries for whatever needs a battery. Whatever needs a battery. Now this next item is low-key a finesse. It's only a finesse for the international side. When I go on an international trip, sometimes in different countries, the outlets for their walls are different. In the United States, you have 2-prong outlets, but they have adapters that you can buy. And I said a power strip is on my absolute must-have for international travel because if I need the adapter for the wall, it only gives me one plug-in for my piece that I need to use to get all of my things to charge. If I have my laptop, I have my cell phone, I have my camera, I have my external, I need to make sure that I can charge all 5 of those things at the same time. Otherwise it's like, oh, I can only charge one thing at a time. But with my power strip, you put the adapter into their wall and then you plug the power strip into your adapter. So now you have the opportunity to charge all 6 of your things with 1 power strip and 1 adapter. So it was my best friend when I went to London for 6 weeks. I try to make sure that I also take large gigabyte memory card, just because I don't want to have to run into the issue of not having enough space. I usually have a 128 gig memory card in my phone, and then I have a 128 gig memory card for my camera. I have a backup 128 gig, and I also have 2 64 gigabyte memory cards as well. So I don't want to run out of space for nothing. I want to capture all the moments and then be able to just pick and choose what I want to put in the video. So I always make sure that I have extra memory cards. These next 2 things kind of go together. I absolutely must have busy work and headphones. And when I say busy work, I mean things that will just keep me busy in the event of a layover. For my really long flights, like when I went to Japan, that flight was 12 hours. When I was in London, that flight was 12 hours. Like, I did get an opportunity to sleep, but I also was like, you know what, I'm gonna be on this flight for 12 hours. I need to make some progress. I need to have the opportunity to catch up on lost time. If I'm at work and I'm really tired, or I'm sleeping, or my days are really just busy, and I don't have a chance to do some of the stuff that I really want to do, I'm gonna utilize that flight time to make sure that I can get some of that stuff done. Whether that means I'm gonna be editing, I'm gonna read a book, that means I'm gonna listen to podcasts, so that, you know, my wheels are just always gonna be turning. I absolutely have to travel with stuff that will keep me busy. I keep a planner with me at all times. Look at this. I got me a nice little planner. Now this is usually larger than what I get, but I always keep this with me when I'm traveling, because the way my mind works, I don't want to forget stuff. I want to keep stuff written down. This is usually the size planner that I get. It's very compact, very small. And then the month, just something simple like this. It has the full calendar month. Plain simple. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. It cost me 99 cents. I do not spend a lot of money on planner, but it does help me to stay organized. I keep this with me at all times when I travel. This is a part of my busy work. I always have a book with me. I always have my laptop, and I always try to make sure that my electronics are charged. And then my headphones is really just to drown out whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's kids on the plane, oh, I need headphones. If I'm reading my book, I need headphones. Even if, like, I don't know, but sometimes when I'm reading books on flight, I don't really turn on music, or I turn on something that's just like noise, like a white noise type of thing, whatever. I don't know, it's weird. But sometimes when I'm in my quiet modes, you know, I can read on the plane. If the plane is not noisy, I will read, but I do prefer to try to get as much editing done as possible, because that can get backed up if you're not on top of it. We got a few more things on the list. Number 1 is cash. You always want to travel with some cash on you, especially if you're going out of the country, and that's because you don't want to like keep swiping your card, because then you get charged all them international fees and blah blah blah. Typically when I go out of town, if I'm in the States, I keep like maybe $20 or $30 in cash on me. But if I'm going out the country, I usually take like a good $200 or $300, just because I do want to be able to change over a nice amount of money so that I don't have to go to the ATM. These last 2 are really for us naturals, you know what I'm saying? I always keep scrunchies. I just have to have like extra scrunchies, because like sometimes I'm in a situation where now I have this hairstyle, so if it's very windy or my hair is in my face, I will just slap in a ponytail real quick. You never know what things can go on, things can go wrong, you know, whatever. Scrunchies can double for, you know, fixing wardrobe malfunctions, holding stuff together other than hair. So I always have scrunchies on me, extra scrunchies, it's important. And last but not least, a travel must have is Google Translate. You can download secondary languages to your phone in Google Translate so that your phone works offline, because let's say you go to a country, you don't have service, and there is a language barrier, so you want to communicate but you really can't because you don't know what to say. Google Translate offline, you definitely want to have that as a resource. It is one of my favorite things, and it was a really big help when I was in Japan for a week for my last birthday. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications. You definitely want to stay in the loop with all these travel videos that are coming out. If you have anything that you want me to touch on, topics that you want me to address, or you just want my perspective on something, questions answered, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below, and I will get up with y'all later. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.